Spes Construction Incorporation is a construction company whose main project revolves around building establishments in different sites around the Philippines. The corporation's management sets it apart from the rest. Headed by its president and chief operating officer Honor S. Mendoza, Spes's clear and focused strategy made it possible to thrive and flourish during the chaotic years characterized by political and economic turmoil in the country. Spes is the Greek word for speed and also is the Latin word for hope. The name was chosen not just for its positive connotations, but primarily due to Honor Mendoza's reputation early in his career for delivering a project to the owner ahead of schedule, if not on time. Speed and performance are the components of the corporation's mission. Speed relates to the project completion, a key target in the construction business. Performance refers to Spes's responsiveness. Satisfaction to both clients and partners is guaranteed. Overall, Spes's commitment is spelled out in its mission statement. We aim not only to meet your expectations, but to exceed them. Honor Mendoza's career in construction commenced in 1988 when he joined his father Horacio Mendoza's company, Home Construction Incorporation, a AAA category constructor, which focused and specialized primarily in the undertaking of large-scale government infrastructure projects. Upon joining Home, Honor Mendoza concentrated his efforts to expanding operations to include general building construction in the private sector. His drive and energetic approach enabled him to establish important personal networks in the industry, bolstered by the goodwill brought about by his father's reputation and formidable background in the local construction. Through the years, Honor Mendoza was awarded projects from top corporations in the country, thereby amassing a wealth of knowledge and experience in a relatively brief span of time and establishing an identity all on his own. In the position of Vice President and Chief Executive Officer of Spes is Mace S. Mendoza, a 1986 MBA graduate of New York University majoring in finance. During her 10-year residency in the United States, she worked in key positions for several Fortune 500 companies, namely Pfizer International, Citibank, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, and Castrol Incorporation. In 1993, and joined by her sibling to give in to their independent entrepreneurial spirit and form a separate company on their own, she rose to the challenge and returned to the country. Honesto Mendoza, the third sibling of the family, took up management in the States and has headed a security agency. Later, joined the corporation as the Vice President of Operations, who takes charge of all equipment and security used in projects. Spes was formed to concentrate on general building construction in the private sector. The move was designed to provide what was at the time a growth category, management focus, support, specialization, and expertise. This was a strategic move in the climate of recovery in the local economy and optimistic business forecasts in the early 1990s. As part of Home, Honor Mendoza ran a business unit that had to divert its robust cash flow to the parent company, where earnings and liquidity were distributed to several profit centers. By its formation, Spes gained the necessary autonomy to use the cash exclusively to expand operations in the private sector market. Moreover, its overhauled corporate structure with emphasis on the lean and mean management philosophy was also a critical factor in enabling Spes to gain a competitive edge by way of streamlined operations. Construction Incorporation has tucked away 18 years of consistent, robust execution under its belt. Management's uncompromising approach to performance has propelled the company to phenomenal growth as evidenced by its following projects. Robinsons Novaliches Expansion is one of the current clients of Spes as the general contractors for the structure of the establishment, including air conditioning, elevators, stairways and escalators, vents, glass windows, beams, and all infrastructure. The working hours of each construction worker starts from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Before a worker starts their specific task, there is a toolbox meeting. The toolbox meeting is about the safety guidelines for the site, and it is done every day as a reminder for the workers. After the toolbox meeting, there will be a distribution of work tasks from the day as to gradually progress with the project's goal to finish before or on the given deadline. As you walk inside the construction site, you are surrounded by steel, cement, and other raw materials to be used to complete the project. As of the moment, the Robinsons Novaliches is 60% into the work and currently focusing on installing elevators, escalators, ventilations, exhausts, and other equipment necessary for the foundation of the building. The expansion of Robinsons Novaliches opens its doors on February 25 of 2015, in line with the Chinese New Year. Spes Construction's progressive approach is a combination of its management's leadership and hands-on approach that have created result-oriented dynamic. An integral factor, however, is the committed group of professionals comprising Spes's technical and administrative staff that have remained dependable, resourceful, and more importantly, productive through the years.